Hey everyone, welcome to the Breakthrough Entrepreneurs Show where we empower entrepreneurs to build good habits, break old habits, rebuild powerful routines, overcome burnout, improve performance, and create a healthier and more focused entrepreneurial life while making consistent progress in building their business. I'm your host, Muhammad Faraj, and today our topic is why your environment is shaping your identity. This is a very powerful lesson that I learned from my own personal experience and also from observing successful people who transformed their lives. You see, so many entrepreneurs want different results, different outcome. They want a healthier body, they want a successful business, they want more focus, they want better habits, they want more discipline. They want to become more productive. They want to stop procrastinating. But many people make the mistake of trying to change their future while continuing to live inside the same environment, the same routines, the same distractions, and the same behaviors. Then they wonder why nothing changes in their life. I think one of the most powerful things I can that can happen to someone is when they become aware of how much their environment influences who they become. Your environment is not just the place where you live. Your environment is the people around you. Your environment is the content you consume. Your environment is your habits. Your environment is your routines. Your environment is your daily choices. Your environment is what you repeatedly expose yourself to every day. And all of these things are shaping your identity. I remember when I moved to Sweden. Looking back, I can see that one of the biggest opportunities that moving gave me was not simply living in a different country. The opportunity was that I was removed from many of the old patterns, old routines, and old environments that had shaped me before. Suddenly, I had an opportunity to build a new version of myself. I had an opportunity to learn. I had an opportunity to grow. I had an opportunity to develop new habits. I had an opportunity to become someone different. But here's something important: moving alone doesn't change your life. Changing your actions changes your life. Many people think that a new city will change them, a new country will change them, a new job will change them, a new relationship will change them. But if you bring the same habits, the same mindset, the same excuses, and the same behaviors into that new environment, eventually you become the same person again. What really creates transformation is not the environment alone, it's what you do inside the environment. That's what you do inside the environment. This is where identity becomes very important. I believe that every habit you practice is reinforcing an identity. So when you go to the gym consistently, you are reinforcing the identity of someone who values health. When you show up every day to work on your business, you are reinforcing the identity of an entrepreneur. When you read books and develop new skills, you are reinforcing the identity of a learner. When you constantly procrastinate, delay important work, and distract yourself, you are also reinforcing an identity. So every action is shaping who you become. One of the biggest mistakes I made in my own life was believing that thinking about my goals was enough. I would visualize, I would think about my dreams, I would imagine my future, I would feel excited, I would feel motivated. But my actions were not always aligned with those dreams, and eventually I learned something important. Your brain trusts your actions more than your words. Think about this. If someone came to you every day and said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to change, I'm going to become a successful, I'm going to get healthy, I'm going to build a business. But they never actually did anything. Would you trust their words? Of course not. You would trust their actions. Your brain works the same way. You can repeat affirmations all day long. You can tell yourself that you're focused. You can tell yourself that you're disciplined. You can tell yourself that you're healthy. You can tell yourself that you're productive. But if your actions are saying something different, your brain will believe your actions. This was a huge lesson for me to learn. I realized that if I wanted to become the person I dreamed about becoming, I had to start acting like that person. I had to show up consistently. I had to work on my habits. I had to follow through on my word. I had to build routines. I had to become someone who takes action, not someone who only talks about action, not someone who only dreams about action, not someone who only visualizes success. I had to become someone who acts because actions build identity, actions build confidence, actions build self respect, actions build trust. So, when you repeatedly prove to yourself that you do what you say you are going to do, something powerful begins to happen. You start trusting yourself, you start believing in yourself, you start becoming the person you want to become. So, if you're an entrepreneur listening to this episode today, I want you to ask yourself a simple question. What environment am I creating for myself every day? Are the people around you helping you move closer to your goals? Are your habits helping you move closer to your goals? Are your routines helping you move closer to your goals? Are your daily choices aligned with the future you want to create? Because your future is not built once a year. It's not built once a month. It's built every single day through your actions. Every healthy meal, every workout, every focused work session, every project completed, every distraction avoided, every promise kept to yourself, these actions are shaping your identity. And your identity is shaping your future. Looking back, one of the greatest lessons I learned is that becoming a new person is not about waiting for motivation. It's not about waiting for confidence. It's not about waiting until everything feels perfect. It's about creating an environment that supports your goals. And then consistently acting like the person you want to become. Because your brain is always watching, your brain is always learning, and your brain believes what you repeatedly do. So build the habits, build the routines, protect your environment, protect your focus, protect your time, protect your energy, and most importantly, become the person who follows through on their word. Because your identity is not built by what you say, your identity is built by what you repeatedly do. That's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. Keep building better habits, keep creating powerful routines, and keep moving forward one day at a time. I believe in you, and I know you can create the future you always dreamed about. Thank you so much for watching or listening to this episode, and have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone. Awesome.